Hello, I'm literally just at the shower and I'm going to get my skin, my hair and such like all that shit done that you do when you come in the shower. But I wanted to talk mental health because I think it's something that affects a lot of people. It's also something that a lot of people don't feel they want to burden anybody with, and that makes me sad. So let me get rid of this towel because it's actually doing my nutting, no pun intended. Yeah, I need a haircut. But never mind. Right, okay, first things first, I need to get some skincare on. So, okay, I am going to first separate some cotton wool. My fingers don't want to work, it's too late at night. I need to try and remember not to look at me on this picture and look at the actual camera, so I'm looking at you lot. Okay, I'm just going over with the, sorry, I've got my daylight lamp on, it's a Pixie Glow Tonic. I like this, it's not drying on my skin, but it still gives me some exfoliation. Yeah, mental health. Some of you all know that I've had a pretty hard time recently. My mental health has been ridiculous. But things are starting to get better and I'm managing better. And I think that's down to the support of my family and friends. I don't think I could have got through the last year and a half, say, without the people I have in my life. And that includes, sorry, I've got a really bad throat, so I'm probably going to do that a lot. This is the Inculist squalene oil. What was I saying? See, that's me, I'm oblivious. Totally lost my train of thought. But, yeah, I think mental health is a huge thing and it's becoming more and more talked about, which is great. That's amazing. But I think there's also the fear, not so much from a younger generation, but people my age, there's still the fear of the stigma. There's still the fear of feeling like you're burdening people. And that's why we don't open up an awful lot, because I think the younger generation are much better at being open and honest about how bad they're. Granted, a lot of them are struggling, I know that. A lot of youngsters struggle, and God love the poor ones that have gave up and lost their lives to suicide. Some of you might know, just a couple of months ago, we lost one of the lads that my boys grew up with. We lost him to suicide, and then a week later we lost our local boxing champion to suicide as well. So it just shows it doesn't matter how good or bad your life is, mental health affects you. I don't want to sound depressing, but this subject has to be brought out in the open. It has to be discussed, it has to be better researched, it has to be better funded to have help available for people. Now, I'm lucky, my psychology unit was really good to me. I waited a year and a half for a new psychiatrist. The one I had before, I didn't feel like I could talk to him. So through my own choice, I told them to put me back on the waiting list for somebody else, because there's no point in going to somebody that you don't feel comfortable with. That's worse than bottling it up, because you're not going to do anything, you're taking up a service that somebody else could have. So I told my GP that I would wait a while longer, and I have. And the psychiatrist I see now, she's lovely, she's really good, but she's actually arranged another service for me, which I start back to tomorrow morning, and it's a 6-week thing called Better Living with Illness. Now, a lot of my low mood comes from the fact that I can't do stuff anymore. If you watch my fibro video, you'll know some of the shit that I can't do. It's no fun. But I have been long-term depressive due to things that have happened in my life, which I'm not going to go into in a chat on YouTube. I'm just not doing it. But since I became disabled and lost my job, my independence and all the things that go with that, since then I think my mental health has took a severe nosedive, simply because I'm struggling to manage how to get used to the fact that I'm not the person I thought I would be at this age. So that's my case, that's my scenario. But it's not like that for everybody. Some people don't know why they're not coping or why they're not managing. I've got a friend actually who's just literally having such a shit time now. She's got family that's been diagnosed with cancer, and she's just, it's one thing after the other that keeps hitting her. And I have to say, I'm so glad that she's got people she can talk to and turn to. And you know, sometimes it's easier to speak to a stranger about the crap that you're going through. The internet's got a lot of bad points, but it's got a lot of good points too. I've made so many good friends just through the internet. I've never met these people, but I feel like we do so much for each other, and we support and love and, you know, just bolstering each other up when we need it. And I've got quite a wide group of people on the internet that do this for me, not just my nail friends, but other people that I've known a while. And I think when I'm at my lowest point, sometimes I think, do these people really want to hear about my shit again? Do you know what I mean? Do these people get fed up with listening to me? But I know they don't, because I don't. When other people are struggling, I don't get fed up. I'm glad I can help and be in a position to listen and whatever. But I think everybody worries about it, and we need to stop. If you've got an outlet, use it. That's all I'm going to say, is use your outlet if you've got one. It is, at the moment I can't see because I've no glasses on. It is 8:25 and I'm sitting drinking coffee. Yeah, this is the sort of shit I got up to. It's like my cup. It's my grandchildren. My friend made it for me. What else? The other thing I think is a major thing is men's mental health. I think men really struggle to admit, not just to people but to themselves, that they're struggling and they need the help. And again, that comes into stigma, because men for generations and generations have been made to feel that they should be men and they should deal with things, and feelings are not to be discussed, etc, etc. So I think that's a hard part to try and get over. That's going to take a long time, I think, to rectify. But it needs to be spoken about. Men are just as vulnerable to mental health as what women are. It doesn't matter who you are, what you are, who you identify as, it doesn't matter. Mental health can affect you, whatever your circumstance. We just have to look at some of the celebrities to see that, I mean, they're living the life of Riley that some of us could only dream about. And their mental health is shocking. I just can't stress enough how important it is to talk to people, to not bottle things up, and make sure that when you're feeling like that, you have someone you can turn to day and night, no matter the time. I have a few people like that, and I count myself as lucky and blessed. And I just want people to know that if we're friends, I'm there day or night. It doesn't matter what time. If I can help, I will try and help as best I can. Sorry, you're seeing my absolute blank face and all the wrinkles that go with it. I don't know what else I want to say in this video. Not a whole lot, to be honest with you. I need to put stuff on my hair. This is Persian Reed Wonder Balm. I love this stuff, it's great for frizzy curly hair. So let's talk. Let's actually talk about mental health. Leave it in the comments if you've got not experience with mental health, but if you've got any input, if you've got feelings about it, if you've got things to say, if you've been through it, if you've experienced a rotten time, if you can understand why people sadly take their own lives. If I can understand it because I've been at that level, and I'm glad I didn't do it, but I can understand how people get to that way. And you feel there's no help or there's no light at the end of the tunnel. So let's chat. Let's talk about this. Let's have an open discussion about this. Leave me any thoughts you have down in the comments. This is La Roche-Posay lip balm. I love this stuff. I'm sorry if this is quite a shit sad video. I don't mean it to be. I just felt I had something to say and I wanted to say it while it was in my head, because I know people are struggling, and it breaks my heart the thought of my friends struggling. It really does, and I'm sure a lot of you feel the same way. So as I say, let's have a conversation. Leave me your thoughts down below, and remember to thumbs up or thumbs down this video if you've got feeling towards it. Let me know. And I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.